Had that been optional and had Apple stuck with their original 2006 WWDC announcement that the Carbon, the old cross-platform OS 9, OS 10 code, would be going to 64-bit, then as I wrote in that blog at philiphogetts.com a long while ago, Final Cut 7 would have been the 64-bit release. That would have been where it was in the cycle. But then a year after they were told that, and Adobe with Photoshop and After Effects have got the same problem, they all thought they could just coast into the new version, and nope. They said the Pro Apps team decided that when they knew that they had to rebuild, when the dollar expenditure was non-optional, at that point is when they did research to work out what the next 10 years needed and decide to make an app for the next 10 years, not just one for the last 10, as Larry said, but more importantly, one that reflected the changes that have happened in the industry in the last 10 to 15 years. And the other thing is, why would you want to have every editing application work on exactly the same paradigms? I thought this was the country of choice, and yet up to this point in time, other than Sony Vegas, every NLE has reproduced almost exactly the same metaphor, which either is from a moviola if you're a film background, or an old linear video edit bay if you're a video guy. The paradigm hasn't changed in most of my lifetime, and it was time for a change. I was one of the few people that wanted Apple to do this. So if they didn't take my advice, because this was long way after they'd already done most of it, but I really wanted to see what Apple would do by throwing the Apple mindset of starting over and starting fresh and saying, how can we better do this? Whether it's better from your perspective or not, in their research and what they've done, it is a better application and better suits the needs of the majority of their editors, particularly as they know what their roadmap is going to be. But you can't hold back software until it's completely ready, because if we'd held back Final Cut till it had all of the features that were scheduled for version 1.
Same thing as editing a movie. It's never finished. You have to just stop at some point and ship the damn thing.
That's what marketing is for. Marketing says, you're going to ship on such and such a date.
Look,
make it work.
And I want to just say just really quickly, Michael, I'm sorry.
Right, yeah, I'm giving you the final thought.
This is an amazing piece of software. This is an incredibly cool, fun to use, easy, intuitive, Apple-ish software. It's great. Is it the rightful heir to Final Cut 7? No. But that doesn't mean it's not an amazing, powerful tool that you all should play with and experiment with. It's really great. It's not up to the level of professional features that Final Cut 7 had. That doesn't mean that you don't want to acknowledge it. That doesn't mean you want to run the other way screaming. Take a look at it, play with it. You'll fall in love with a bunch of features in it. There'll be other things that will make you crazy, as they did in Final Cut 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's a great piece of software that you should experiment and play with, and be patient about. Don't switch your business to it until you're sure it's going to support your business.
And on behalf of all three of us, we want to thank you so much for your time.
That note, Philip Hogetts, Larry Jordan, Michael Wohl.
Cool job.
You too.
Nice job.